Welcome back to another thrilling episode of the Mahabharata, India's epic tale of war, betrayal, and divine power. Subscribe now and dive into the Mahabharata like never before. Episode Drona's Arrival and Arjun's Promise. What creates greatness? Talent given by birth or discipline forged by will? The years passed in Hastinapur, and the young princes grew in strength, knowledge, and mischief. Under Kripacharya's care, they learned the basics of scripture, archery, and kingship. Yet the court of Bhishma yearned for a master who could shape these children into warriors, worthy of their dynasty. Destiny had already chosen such a teacher, one whose life had been forged in both hardship and pride. Far from the royal city lived Drona, son of the sage Bhardwaj. From childhood, he was devoted to the study of weapons. He had trained alongside the greatest princes of his time, including Draupad, heir of the Panchal. The two were once close companions, vowing eternal friendship. But when fate dealt Drona's poverty while Draupad ascended as king, the bond snapped. When Drona sought help from his childhood friend, Draupad humiliated him, mocking his poverty and sending him away empty-handed. From that day, a fire burned within Drona's heart. He swore two things. First, to become the greatest teacher of arms in the land, and second, to humble Draupad one day. Drona lived with his wife Kripi and son Ashwathama, but poverty was their constant companion. One day, young Ashwathama cried out for milk like the other children had, but Drona could not afford even that. The humiliation of being unable to provide his child cut him deeper than any weapon. It was then he decided to seek destiny in Hastinapur, where princes awaited guidance. One day, while the princes were playing, their ball fell into a deep well. None could retrieve it. Suddenly, a man dressed in simple robes with an aura of quiet power appeared. Without a bow, he fashioned arrows from grass, shot them into the ball, and drew it out effortlessly. The boys were astonished. Arjuna in particular felt awe stir within him. They rushed back to Bhishma, telling him of this extraordinary man. Bhishma, wise and far-seeing, recognized the hand of destiny. He welcomed Drona to Hastinapur and requested him to become the guru of the Kuru princes. Thus, the training of the Kauravas and Pandavas entered a new chapter. Drona's methods were strict, his discipline fierce. He tested princes to discover their nature. Yudhishthira showed calm judgment and was trained in spear and counsel. Bhim's strength was unmatched. He was made to wrestle, to fight with the mace, and to harness his brute force with discipline. Nakul and Sahadev mastered the sword and the care of horses, becoming unmatched in cavalry arts. But it was Arjuna who stole his heart. One day, Drona placed a wooden bird upon a tree and summoned the princes. Each was asked to shoot at the bird's eye. "Tell me, what do you see?" he asked Yudhishthira. "I see the bird, the tree, and my brothers around me," replied Yudhishthira. "You will miss. Step aside," said Drona. Bhim came forward. "I see the bird and the branches." "You too will miss. Step aside." One by one, the others answered, but when Arjun's turn came, he said firmly, "Guru, I see only the eye of the bird, nothing else." "Shoot," commanded Drona, and Arjun's arrow flew straight and struck the bird's eye. Drona smiled, his vow fulfilled. Arjun was his chosen disciple. It was not talent alone, but relentless practice that made Arjun Drona's favorite. One evening, while eating in the dark, a thought struck him. If I can eat in darkness, why not practice in darkness too? That very night, while the others slept, Arjun went out with his bow. He shot arrow after arrow in the dark, guided only by sound and instinct. His dedication amazed Drona, who secretly watched him. "Arjun," Drona declared the next day, "you shall become the greatest archer the world has ever seen. None shall equal you." Arjun bowed deeply. "Guru, I vow never to rest until I have fulfilled your promise. My bow shall never leave my side." Thus was forged the bond between master and pupil, a bond that would shape destiny itself. But when Arjun's brilliance shone, envy deepened. Duryodhan seethed at every praise Arjun received. And in the heart of Drona, the vow to humble Drupad never dimmed. His pupils would one day become the weapon through which he would fulfill that oath. The childhood days of Hastinapur's princes were no longer games. With Drona's arrival, the lessons of arms sharpened not just their skills but also their rivalries. The Pandavas grew in discipline, the Kauravas in jealousy, and destiny in silent inevitability. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends or anyone who loves meaningful tales. And for more stories like this, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one with another twist, another tale, and another truth. Bye bye, see you very soon.